Hey everyone! Today we are checking out a robot vacuum that honestly feels like it came straight from the future. This is the 3i S10 Ultra. And yes, it's not just a vacuum, not just a mop. This thing is basically a full cleaning system that lives in your house that keeps leveling up your floors, whether you ask it to or not. What makes it different is that it's the world's first water recycle system. So if you're tired of constantly filling clean water tanks and dumping dirty ones, you're gonna want to see this, because with this thing, you don't do either of those things anymore. Hard to believe? Stay tuned. I'm gonna show you exactly how it does it here. Let's start with the features that honestly blew my mind. The WaterRecycle system. 3i created a full cleaning ecosystem that distills the dirty water, reuses it, and pulls even more water out of the air. Magically. Let me repeat that. It's a robot vacuum that makes its own water. Meanwhile, I can barely remember to refill my hydro flask. Or thank goodness I got this direct plumb Miele automatic coffee maker. Here's what's actually happening under the hood. After the S10 Ultra finishes cleaning, it returns to the base and the sub-boiling distillation kicks in. That heats wastewater up to 90 degrees, purifies it, and pushes the clean water right back into the tank. Then with the air moisture extraction, the tank level actually rises over time. So even if you forget to fill it, it just makes more water for itself. The mop cleans itself while it's cleaning your floors. It's got 12 spray holes firing fresh water, a built-in scraper keeping the roller spotless, and it only uses sterile distilled water. Edge cleaning is also wild. The roller extends toward the wall or the window and cleans with millimeter level precision. And at up to 330 RPMs, it removes tough dried on grime easily. daily, and I put this thing to the test. Now let's get into the part everyone waits for, the stain test. And I put several things down, including letting coffee sit there. And yes, this robot can absolutely clean real-world messes. Just keep it realistic. No Nutella waterfalls, no jam explosions. You want the robot to survive after all. It was actually very satisfying to watch the 3i S10 Ultra clean up the stains and vacuum up the debris directly off the carpet, which included cereal, popcorn, you know, the normal life chaos debris that ends up on your floor. That was really cool to watch, and I'm super excited to see how it handles long term with that 13,000 pascals of suction quietly flexing. It just picks everything up in one go. And if you've got carpets like I do, you really don't have to worry. This robot actually detects the carpets, boosts the suction, and lifts that mop so you're not left with damp carpet patches when you get home. Thank you very much, 3i, for thinking of things like that. And speaking of it actually seeing dirt, it actually does with the DirtScan ApexVision AI navigation. So let's talk about the brains of the 3i. 3i calls it the DirtScan, and instead of just wandering around aimlessly hoping for the best, the robot actually looks at your floor with a green light and advanced AI. It spots debris, figures out its cleaning strategy, and actually adapts on the fly. It's thinking while it's cleaning, imagine that. So paired with the ApexVision DTOF LiDAR, the robot has a 12-meter visual range, which is kind of wild. Most vacuums can't see half of that, and the dual 3D structured light sensors help it identify and avoid stuff even in the dark. So if you leave a slipper out, or if your pet drops its toy in the middle of the living room, the S10 Ultra absolutely sees it, thinks about it, and dodges it professionally. Basically, this thing navigates like it's been through driver's ed, or maybe was programmed by Elon. Well, that's a whole separate story. We won't get into Elon Musk right now. So pet owners, this section is definitely for you. The S10 Ultra has a dual anti-tangle design, and yes, for once it actually does work very, very well. During cleaning, the brush and the comb work together to separate long hair, so it doesn't wrap around the roller like a hair burrito. Not very appetizing, right? But the real magic happens when it returns to that base station. The brush reverses direction and detangles the comb. It actually has a detangling comb which activates, and the robot sucks all of that hair straight into its dustbin. So you never have to pull hair out by hand ever again, which in my opinion should be one of the biggest selling points right out of the box. Don't touch the roller ever again because it cleans it, detangles it, dehairs it, whatever you want to call it. The 3i does it. Now let's talk about the fully automated base station as a whole, because this is where the S10 Ultra becomes dangerously close to set it and forget it. Anybody remember the Lifetime cooker? Okay, now I'm just aging myself. The station does actually everything: self-emptying, self-cleaning, and self-drying the mop, automatically adding herbal cleaning solution, purifying the water, purifying the air, so you basically never have to touch anything on the base station itself other than emptying that dustbin every so often. It's like a tiny cleaning butler, except it doesn't need a lunch break or a paycheck or a potty break for that matter. And yes, the robot has a front camera, so you can absolutely use it to record your workout. I actually did push-ups, and look, I'm not saying the robot judged me, but the angle was definitely not flattering, and it was not impressed at all, especially with my posture. But what do I actually really think, you might ask? Well, this is my experience in daily use. After using the S10 Ultra around my house here, here's my direct take on it. It's incredibly hands-off. I would actually trust this to clean while I'm not home. The navigation is smooth, the cleaning is consistent, and the fact that I don't have to refill the water or dump that nasty dirty water tank, or even clean the roller for that matter, is an absolute game changer in my opinion, and it performed absolutely as advertised. The AI personalization works well, it learned my layout, and the pet-friendly design means it doesn't freak out around my animals or chase them, which my dogs absolutely appreciate. In fact, they were comfortable around it as well. Everything about the S10 Ultra feels thought out and honestly quite premium. If I wanted anything improved in future models, well, maybe a slightly faster drying cycle and a quieter suction on the base station when it goes back and sucks all that debris up. But overall, the 3i is absolutely a flagship robot vacuum cleaner that you guys should consider bringing into your home. There are links in the description of the video here, along with a coupon code that you guys can get an extra special ManShed discount, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, I want to be very real with you guys. This does an excellent job of mopping the floor, but there's some things to keep in mind. I set up a zone to shoot this video here, and I put some of that ketchup and creamer and let it sit on the floor there for a little while to dry up, and it did a great job removing that. However, because I set up the zone and overlapped the carpet a little bit, the roller did go up onto the carpet some, so it was rolling the carpet, and because of the angle, we got a pretty thick pile carpet right here. The roller was at an angle. Because the roller's nice and wide, 27 centimeters, it actually, unfortunately, missed mopping up some of this area, including, ooh, nasty, that ketchup right there, because the roller was partly up on the carpet. So just be careful of how you map out your area. You can totally dial in your map and adjust it accordingly, but if you set up specific zones and have it vacuum, just know that you kind of have to have a little bit of thought into how you do it, because you don't want to overlap carpet and then select mop only, and then it might go up on the carpet there itself. The other thing is interesting is that this little chunk of ketchup here was actually over here, and in the process of mopping, it ended up dispensing it over here. So it could be just a glitch, but just showing you guys real world aspect of the 3i S10 Ultra. Did a great job mopping, but just wanted to mention that.